In 1948, the Zionist state Israel was established on the foundation of genocide and ethnic cleansing of Palestinian population. The plight of Palestinian population shocked the people living in the Arab countries. But the rulers of newly independent Arab nations were the recipients of gains from the colonial rulers. They abandoned Palestine due to undemocratic nature of Arab regimes and their political dependence on the United States and Britain. Both Western powers are the key supporters of Israel and its settler colonial project. Today's Arab world is more compromised than it was in 1948. Many nations who were critical to Israel have been compromised or neutralized in the recent decades. 57 years ago, 1967 Arab War, also known as Arab-Israel War or Third Arab-Israel War, transformed all the hostile Arab nations. In a 6 days war, landscape of the Middle East completely changed in many ways. Israel defeated 3 Arab armies of Egypt, Jordan, and Syria and gained territory 4 times of its original size and became predominantly a military power in the region. The consequences of 57-year-old war transformed the Israel's immediate neighbors, Egypt, Jordan, and Syria, who accepted Israeli hegemony in the region. Whereas today's Arab political order is making peace and normalizing relations with Israel, seeking good relations with the West, and allowed the United States to take control of their security efforts in the region. By outsourcing security apparatus, Arab leaders are left with no space to positively impact decision-making regarding Palestinians. Today's Gaza situation reflects a miserable situation of Muslim nations. They are not bothered with more than 40,000 deaths, and they have continued their business as usual with Israel and all other Western powers responsible for genocide and ethnic cleansing of Palestinian population. Muslim nations and Arab countries including Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, United Arab Emirates, Azerbaijan, and Kazakhstan are expected to support Palestine. They can impact the Israeli economy and war machinery. But in reality, Muslim nations are not different from Israeli Western allies like the US and others. Arab nations including Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Egypt, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and the UAE collectively own the Arab Petroleum Pipeline Company known as Sumet, headquartered in Egypt's Alexandria, is supplying Israel with crude oil and directly helping genocide in Gaza. According to the available data published by independent groups, the Sumet pipeline, which runs from Red Sea to Egypt's Mediterranean port city, Alexandria, provides a regular supply of oil to Israel. The pipeline, which is 320 kilometers long, collects oil from Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others before pumping the crude oil to terminals in Alexandria, where it is reloaded to tanks heading to Israel. Out of 220,000 barrel per day imports, 60% come from Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan, 2 Muslim majority countries. Other energy suppliers of Israel include Russia, Egypt, and South Africa. Another major Muslim power, Turkey, contradicting public support for Palestinians, allowed to deliver Azerbaijan's oil to Israel. Despite Erdogan's claims of halting trade with Israel, trade continues today. Turkey is supplying 40% of Israel's oil needs. Azerbaijan is an important supplier of oil to Israel via Baku, Tbilisi, Ceyhan pipeline, at the end of which the oil is loaded into tankers that bring it to Haifa. Last year, during the special meet of Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Saudi Arabia, none of the member states considered even a temporary oil boycott of the apartheid state. This is the highest degree of hypocrisy. Muslim countries provide fuel to keep fighter jets flying, tanks plowing streets, and artilleries destroying buildings, including hospitals. And the rulers of these nations don't feel any embarrassment. Muslim world adopted two-faced policies. However, we must appreciate South Africa. Neither an Arab nor a Muslim country took courageous step of filing a genocide case against Israel in the international court. Today, it appears that only Palestinians can lead their own struggle for liberation. As far as the Arab and Muslim world order is concerned, that is unreliable and has accepted Israel's hegemony. Indeed, the Arab and Muslim world is fully capable of playing a positive role, but that does not seem possible till the time they change themselves. However, the most important point at the moment is that Muslim world is silent and helping Israel to rapidly increase its efforts in genocide of Palestinian population.